Hello, this is Chris Kobe with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching the Video Voters Guide or listening to our podcast. We're here today to talk with candidates running in the May 20th, 2025 special election. We're grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the League of Women Voters of Portland Education Fund, the Weiss Foundation, and our media partner, Metro East Community Media. With me is Simone Crowe, running for the office of Director of the Portland School Board, Zone 6. Welcome, Ms. Crowe.
Thanks for having me.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
Sure. Well, yeah, thanks again so much for this opportunity. It's great to meet you and to be here with the League of Women Voters supporters. So I have a background in nonprofit, mostly advocacy and policy work. I worked at an anti-hunger organization for a number of years, and then I transitioned to environmental justice policy, mostly at the state level. I was the field director for Portland Clean Energy Fund, and I really brought a lot of community engagement to all of those positions. Today, I do consulting for disaster resilience, and I also just finished massage therapy and bodywork school, so I'll be starting that business soon. But I really care a lot about my community, and I believe you asked why I'm running too. Is that part two of the question? Yeah. Okay. So I'm running because I care a lot about my community, and I think schools are foundational to a successful, thriving community. Kids are important now. They're a really important part of our community and families, and they're our future leaders. And so we need strong, bright, engaged, critical thinkers to have a strong community. I also see schools as foundational to a engaged community. They're the site of free, healthy meals. They're the site of after school programming, of where communities gather. Being in disaster resilience, I would love to see more schools be utilized as disaster or community resilience hubs. So I see a position on the school board as an opportunity to serve my community via helping students thrive. So the utmost importance is the success of students. Oregon lags behind, and I want to make a difference for students. I also care a lot about the success of teachers. I think we need to pay them their worth. I think that we need to invest in strong curriculum, and I can go further into that. And as I mentioned, I think that schools could become beautiful community or disaster resilience hubs. I think we need to see classrooms be smaller. I think we're third in the nation for largest student to teacher ratio. And to me, that's a recipe for disengagement and for kids having a tough time. So those are the main reasons I'm running. I have lots of things I care about, but those are my priorities.
What's your understanding of the primary functions and responsibilities of a public school board member?
Yeah, so at this point, I've worked pretty closely with Michelle DePass, who's a member of the school board, and she's shared with me that it's quite a lot of work. So I know and I've also met with Dr. Armstrong. So I know about the meeting schedule and the subcommittees. I know about all the homework that's involved to prepare for school board meetings. And I know that for me, I want to do a lot of community listening. So that means going into schools and meeting with students. It means meeting with teachers and staff and parents. So I view that also as part of the function of the job, is doing a lot of one-on-ones and listening sessions and community meetings to engage their expertise, as well as meeting with other school board members and Dr. Armstrong.
You are listening to the Video Voters Guide interview and podcast of Simone Crowe, who is a candidate for the office of Portland School Board Director in Zone 6. The next question for you is, how would you address the issues facing the district school that you consider to be the most urgent?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I think classroom size is an urgent issue. I think that absenteeism is an urgent issue. I think student engagement and their success and seeing improvement amongst students is really important. Eighth grade readiness and graduate level or graduate rates are really important. And so I think underlying all those issues are a tight budget. And so really taking that role seriously, thinking critically, and making some tough decisions about what to fund and where to invest in our priorities and where we need to make cuts. So I think investing in teacher salary, prioritizing the size of classrooms, as I've mentioned, investing in proven strategies to increase student engagement, such as putting phones away during the day, investing in strong after-school programming, ensuring that students have access to healthy breakfast in the classroom after the bell and healthy meals. All of those are really important ways to ensure the success of students.
Speaking of student use of cell phones, what are your thoughts about that concerning the policies while school is in session?
Yeah, I take a really hardline approach to this. I love my phone as much as the next person, but I graduated from school recently and we had a policy of no schools in the classroom, and I think it's a good one. I think that students don't need them. I think if parents need to get in touch with their students, they can call the school. I had several friends who are teachers, and they were delighted to see that their schools were implementing a policy of having students put their phones in a bag at the beginning of the day, and then the kids get the phones back at the end of the day. So I think not having a phone helps kids connect more to each other. It helps them pay attention to their teacher more. It helps them be more engaged. And I really just don't see a role for phones in the classroom.
Thank you, Ms. Crowe. This concludes our video voters guide and podcast interview of the League of Women Voters of Portland of Simone Crowe, who is running for the Portland School Board Zone 6 position. Election Day is Tuesday, May 20th. To find additional election resources, including online identification of other candidates and ballot measures on which you may be able to vote, please visit the League of Women Voters of Portland's website at lwvpdx.org and vote411.org, and then exercise your right to vote. Ballots will be mailed out starting April 30th. For your vote to be eligible to be counted, your ballot must be received by the Multnomah Elections Division or one of the 23 designated ballot drop boxes in Multnomah County no later than 8 p.m. on Election Day. Your voice matters. Thank you for your interest.